right, Single 40 podcast. Let's go. Here with Glenn.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So first off, trip's coming up in about a little over a month. We're excited about it. I want to do a couple shout outs before we get started. One is to Red Black Expat. Thanks for commenting and watching our channel. We watch yours as well. Hopefully we can meet you on the next trip, possibly do a podcast with you. Your View, My World, always a supporter of ours. We like his channel as well, and we do have him set up for a podcast, so we're excited about that. And then I can't give a shout out without giving out one to Adrian, the original Angeles City shout out man. So Adrian, we love you. Can't wait to see you in about a month.
Oh yeah, Adrian.
So yeah, let's get into Avalon and the Wolfpack Group. So that's what we're going to cover today, and you'll see the clips in the background of Club Avalon. So yeah, Wolfpack's got a lot going on. They got a bunch of bars. I was looking online trying to get a list of them. I couldn't seem to find one, but I know they've got Avalon, XS, Monsoon, Carousel, Lucifer, I believe Lollipop, but I could be wrong. So if you know all the bars they own or that's part of that group, feel free to put it in the comments because I don't know exactly all of them, but those are the ones I do know offhand.
Yeah, there's quite a bit, right?
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see in the Avalon stuff, it's a super nice spot. I was telling Glenn, it kind of reminds me of West Hollywood, like the bars in LA, like high-end looking, if you will. So I think it's pretty cool. I like how the stage is lifted up high, so wherever you're sitting, it's a good perspective to see the show. XS is obviously like their biggest one, and that place goes crazy with the different dance shows and whatnot. Cool spot there too. Carousel's awesome. It's a little different vibe than those other two. It's more of a chill place. But yeah, really good spot.
Yeah, that carousel, place. We haven't had the chance to film in there, but it's definitely a spot that we've gone a couple times. We usually pop in or we'll start the night there.
Well, ever since we started staying at the Carousel Hotel, it's we always hang out in the front where that cafe is, and if you're not going to go out bar hopping, that's the bar you go into because it's right next to the hotel.
Yeah, it's a pretty big layout as well. Everything's like all the tables and stuff around that little carousel. So.
Yeah, and with the transformation with that hotel, that place is amazing what they did with it. So we stayed there one time before, and we're staying there again. So we really like that place. I haven't really been into Lollipops too much. I haven't been there in a couple years. And like I said, that might not be even one of theirs, but I think it is.
Yeah, maybe less than 5 times maybe I've been in that place, but...
I did see on Facebook, it looks like they renovated Lucifer. They did some work to it. Lucifer's always been fun. We've had a couple really good nights there, especially, everyone's saying it's dead. Like that part where the night we went in there, it was going off.
Yeah, there was a ton of people.
Avalon's the spot, though, that the one we've probably most gone to out of the Wolfpack group. We just like the vibe there. The bouncer was a friend of ours. He's a cool guy. So we spend most of our time when we go to Wolfpack bars, that one or Carousel, I guess, and I guess third would be Lucifer.
Yeah, basically the last time we went there is when we met Chubbs and Keith and Lexi and all them, and after doing all the podcast stuff, we went bar hopping, and that's when we went to Avalon. And I don't know, I always have a great time, and when we took Sammy, Sammy always somehow gets the mic and gets on stage, starts singing and stuff.
No, total good time.
It's pretty fun.
I'm glad you brought up those other bloggers were the ones that do the podcast. But yeah, we had all 3 of them on our last trip. And if you do vlog in Angeles City and you're around and you want to come on the podcast or you want us to shout you out on it, like feel free. Like we're about helping everybody build their platform. And there's room for all of us. So, and it's always cool to sit down with those people and hear their story on how they got into vlogging or how they moved there, why they did it and what they're up to. And we had a lot of fun with those 3 that day, getting to know them. And then the best part was, going out bar hopping with them at night. And we had a blast with our whole group and them. So. And
Michelle Vaughn, it was cool to hear her story when we.
Yeah, MC Vaughn is the shit. Yeah. Look forward to seeing her. I believe she's still working at Megadance. So when we have that party there, hopefully she's the MC that night. I don't see why she wouldn't be though. That's cool. But yeah, no, and anybody that wants to join us, like hit us up in the comments. We love making the party bigger. We have this 100-person entourage goal we always talk about, and just trying to bring, basically bring the economy up and, pump money into the place so it doesn't go anywhere because we love going there. We don't want it to fade away into the mist.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. But I mean, we're only gonna be there for 2 days, so I mean, I'm pretty fired up. It's gonna be pretty crazy. I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna go by fast like it always does, and we're just gonna be in and out of that place. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And, we got invites out to all the people we've podcast with that do vlog over there, and hopefully they can all free their schedule up to come with us. And obviously mentioned AJ earlier, and he's going to come meet up with us. And the Pimp in Paradise is going to come from Thailand, so we're excited about that. He's going to perform at Mega Dance, and that should be a pretty cool show in itself. And he's been to AC. He's never been with us, so we're excited to show him our town. He showed us Pattaya when we were there with him, which was a great time. But he hasn't seen us in our element, so I'm excited to do that with him.
Yeah, no, it's funny to just think about how this thing is basically evolved into what it is. I mean, it's not anything crazy, but it's obviously a lot bigger than when it was just me, you, and Matt. A couple years, I think 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, I mean the part of the fun is the friends we're making in the community we're creating. I mean, look at Eric from Video Lux. The guy's the godfather of Manila nightlife, and we watched him for years, and then finally met him, and a cool ass guy. And he's going to come down to AC. He met us there on our last trip when we had our end of the year party, but we didn't go bar hopping, so we didn't get to show him our bar hopping antics.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for him to come down with his. He's going to vlog with us and see how we do it. So we're excited about that as well. And that's why I say anybody that's vlogging there, I mean, if you got a small channel, I mean, ours isn't big by any means. We're less than 4,000 subs, and we're working to get bigger. But no matter how many you got or how little you got, if you want to come on the podcast or just come out one night and get some content with us, hit us up in the comments. Feel free. Like I said, we're about growing our community, hitting the 100-person entourage, and helping other people get to their goals. That's what we're really after.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited. It's funny to think too that you just brought up Eric. I mean, when we met him, you just don't know you don't know anything about these people, right? And then you meet them and sit down, talk, get to know, and it's the same thing. It's all the common theme. It's people, doing, any type of content. They, consistently are working at it and get better, creating a community. And I mean, for us, obviously we've incorporated our vacations into this thing, and that's how it started. But obviously as we're trying to grow this thing, it's we want to be around like-minded people, right? And
definitely.
And the community is growing. It's exciting. And I don't know, I'm just excited to see everyone, because so it's been a while since we've been there. So,
and think about the guys we have met and girls we have met, they've given us all good advice and helped us. That's why I don't care if you have 100 subs, we'll have you on, because it's you probably know something we don't know, and we can learn from each other. I mean, Chubbs gave us great advice, and he's been a supporter since the beginning. Eric, who has a much bigger channel than ours, was very cool to us and gave us a lot of advice. Pimp in Paradise, who's got a huge channel in Thailand, Mac TV. I mean, the list goes on. Every time we sit down with something, we pick something up from them that we can either do better or we're not doing, right?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, yeah, we're still so just basic on all of the, we make stuff, and I mean, even just the backside of the YouTube tag words that we've learned from whatever Mac TV, right? What is that? You didn't even know that shit's all connected,
Yeah, he gave us a ton of great advice. And even a guy like Keith, who we podcasted with, who has a channel, his channel is, what is it, More Fun in the Philippines?
Fun in the Philippines.
Yeah, Fun in the Philippines. Just his life advice and his perspective was, educational and inspiring to me. So that was another great
and that
friend we
almost
met.
I mean, and he was sitting around, right? And we had done a couple that day, and so we were we didn't know him. So when we sat down, it was I'm so glad we ended up, sitting with him and, spending another hour or so with him. So.
Yeah, he was just a random guy that Adrian had set up that wanted to be on, and of course we were open to it. And he started as just some random guy and became literally a lifelong friend. He's such a good dude. Unfortunately, he's going to be traveling back in the mainland USA during our next trip, so we're going to miss him. But hopefully, our following trip in September, we get to touch base with him again, because that guy is just a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's been a good experience. I mean, obviously, with good, obviously there's a, negative side, but I mean, the good always, it's way better, you know what I mean? Like you feel, fulfilled when you meet people that are trying to do the same thing as you and they're like-minded and stuff. So,
Yeah, they're the cool thing about creating content and whatever you're into, it's like there's room for everybody. Like there's room for everybody to create whatever the hell they want. And that's what's kind of motivating because our stuff is way different than all these people we've mentioned, and maybe it's in the same city or the same type of, stuff, but we're all just so different because it's your own creation and your own personality that comes through it. So anyone we can sit down with, it's always good to learn from them and hear their experience. Like I said, even if you just got started and you have no followers, but you have a vision, like I want to hear your vision because it could definitely help us and we can give you our vision.
I always enjoy like everyone's story, right? Like how did we all end up, doing content on Angela City, right? And like even Keith, just how he just picked up and moved and Chubb. I mean, everyone did, right? And it's just one of those things where it's like, because we're trying to get to that point down the line, so it's always good, hearing their stories and understand their point of view.
I just thought of the other person I wanted to shout out. It's Ginzu June on YouTube. He's a follower of ours. Actually had me on his podcast. He's really big into combat sports and fighting.
That's
And
the one you did virtual, right?
yeah,
Okay.
super cool guy. He's got a Filipino wife. He lives in, I believe, Washington State. He always has positive stuff to comment on our channel, so he's great. And someday we're gonna podcast with him. I told him I don't like the virtual side from our perspective. I went on his virtual one, which was great. And I mean, we could eventually get into that, but I just love like the whole creating the community, meeting the person, and then partying with them afterwards. So that's why I told him like someday we got to cross paths in the Philippines and do it. And he was all for it. He's like, yeah, no, someday we will. And I think his long-term plan is to move there, with his wife eventually and retire there early. So hopefully we can someday sit down with him because he's one of those great people I met through this that I can't wait to meet in person. So I wanted to definitely shout him out.
Yeah, that's a little out of our league when it comes to like the virtual stuff and setting up cameras and line.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you could figure it out, but for me, it's just like you said, it's the actual sitting down with somebody in person and basically getting to know them and hearing their story. And not that you're not doing that virtually, but I like the fact that it's like afterwards you can go out and party or you can go out and have a meal and that's how we got close with the Pimp in Paradise. He came to the hotel, did the podcast, and then next thing you know, we're at dinner that night, and then we're hitting the bars with them later, and then hanging out with a boat on them the next day. It's just making friendships along the way and meeting people.
Yeah, no, stuff like cool stuff.
So I got to shout out Onana Bar. We've been in contact with them. That's where we're going to start our bar hopping with. I know I mentioned it on the last podcast, but I think they want us to do a separate, pre-podcast video for them to let everybody know that it's open and it's a good bar. So I'll do that. But yeah, we're excited to go there. I've been talking with the manager and a couple people that work there. I got our guys on the ground over there going to meet up with them today and get ready for our arrival. So excited about that. I had another one hit me up. I don't remember the name. I'd have to look it up on my phone, but it's a perimeter bar. It's not one we've been to, and they invited us. So I got to run that one down and see exactly where it's at and talk with them. So that's another exciting possible lead on a place to party and shoot some cool footage.
Who would ever thought, right? Bars reaching out.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool,
That's
right? I
fucking
mean,
awesome. It's funny because I just never thought, people would be like, hey, come spend money at our bar, which is
well, yeah. So like, full disclaimer, people are going to talk shit. They're only asking you to come there because you spend money. Like, no fucking shit.
Yeah,
but
still asking us.
Yeah, it's like, but that's why we want to go there because they want us to come party and have a good time. It's like
I just hope they're big enough because if it's anything like that, what the fuck, the one right next to Sky Stars.
Yeah, that place was too small. We overtook it.
Yeah, and we didn't. I mean, it's cool, and we're gonna do it no matter what. It will be like halfway in, and people have to.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go anywhere, even if it's tiny. Unfortunately, the smaller it is, it's probably the shorter we're gonna stay. Just because if we can't get our whole group in there, we'll come in, have a little bit of fun, get to know the staff real quick, and then move on to someplace that's bigger. And obviously, we have our favorites, which we always end up at, but. We are down to go to any bar and do our party and do our style and go ahead, talk shit. They only like you because of money. Like, big fucking deal. Like, we get it. We get it. We're just boosting our egos. We're just trying to get attention. Understood. Just let us be us and you be you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but it makes me happy, man. I enjoy going to the Philippines, and these vacations are like basically everything I like think about. I mean, I grind, make money, work, and it's like if I didn't have the Philippines, I don't know about you, but I mean, I wouldn't be as fucking, I wouldn't be a happy person, man. I'd be pretty
It's definitely the
good.
highlight of the year, right? I mean, I go through like a whole like process, like after coming back from the trip, being depressed and then getting excited about the next one when we start planning it. And then there's kind of a lull because it's like whatever, 50, 60 days away. And then once we get to like this point where it's like, less than 40 days away, and I start to get fucking fired up. And I'm the loser that like watches our own content. It fires me up, like I'll be working out and I'll turn our stuff on the TV and it just fucking pumps me up and get excited and get more ideas of things to do. And yeah, it's definitely a big part of our life and motivates the shit out of me.
Yeah, no, me too. That's all we're trying to do, man. Is just get someone to think like us, right? Or have the Philippines, you know, bring that to light or whatever. So
So yeah, back to the Wolfpack Group. We can touch on that again. If you're looking to stay on Walking Street, totally recommend Carousel Hotel. Manager's name's Amy. She's a great host. It's brandly new, renovated. It's a great location. And we've talked about it before. Like we were kind of skittish to stay on Walking Street because it's too crazy, but staying there makes it so much easier and a lot more fun. You just walk in and out of your hotel room at ease, and you're right there. So it's a good spot. And then Avalon is one of the top bars on our list that you should visit. Definitely go there. You've seen a bunch of footage while we've been talking and boring you on Avalon when we were there. I don't know if you'll add Lucifer footage. Maybe we'll do that to another podcast. We got a few more bars to talk about on podcast and show in the background. But Avalon's definitely up there for a good time.
yeah, no, Avalon's great. I mean, yeah, like they do the different types of you know, the dancers or the shows or whatever. So it's not just and it's big. I mean, it's a big layout from what I remember.
Yeah, and they got that big long table right in front of the bar, so you can kind of sit in that back corner if you have a big group, and it's a good setup.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of Walking Street, so obviously, you
So I noticed on a lot of the street walk stuff that it looks like they've renovated Owl's Nest.
know. Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been in there one time that I can remember, and
Sounds
I
nice.
mean, it had pool tables. It was a big square. It was a nice little bar, but I never really went back. But it looks like they've renovated. At least the front looks different, so maybe that's worth a pop in.
Yeah, it's there's like what are those? Yeah, the ones right next to the Fields Hotel. Like,
That's Q Bar.
yeah, we. I don't think I've ever stepped foot in that one.
No, which is weird because we spent so much time in Sky, which is
Yeah.
opposite it on the outside of Fields Hotel.
I mean, I think when we sit out front and like, you know, hang out or whatever, the girls are always trying to get us to come in, but I don't think we ever made it in. So
Yeah, and the more we go, then the more we have requests to come to different bars. It kind of makes it harder to just freelance and go wherever you want. It's like we have a script that we're kind of following now, which is cool. But yeah, we definitely you know request us, and we'll definitely try to make an appearance. And it's a win-win for everybody. We're there to have a good time. We'll get our content so we can talk about it on our podcast and show you guys on YouTube, and everybody working at the bar can have a good time that night. And we'll just keep doing our process.
yeah, man, looking forward to it. Uh, it's gonna be a big group. It's gonna be chaotic for sure.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, I mean, we're already somewhere around 50 people, not counting the angels, I believe. So that's going to put us well over 50. And then, we've obviously been open about when we're coming. So we've gotten a lot of positive messages about the podcast and the channel, and people are going to say they're going to try to meet up with us. So it might be bigger than we even think of because once we get there, we'll see who shows up.
Yeah, yeah, awesome.
Good time nonetheless.
We're gonna definitely make it count.
That's it, man. It's all about making it count. and see who has a good experience along the way, and then see who doesn't like it when we post it. But one thing we're going to do is keep doing it till it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, or we can't do it anymore.
So first night, Onana Bar, where should we go after that? That's the big question.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on that back end, maybe Vegas or something. I don't know. We haven't been we haven't been over there.
Yeah, we haven't been to Vegas in a while. We haven't been to Atlantis in a while. We haven't been to Dollhouse in a while. We'll probably always end up at Sky at the end of the night, so we got to fill in at least 2 or 3 between Onana and Sky before we get to Sky. So what would be the ideal process? We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. It's funny too because we always like have a plan of what we're gonna do.
It never happens.
Usually it's like because that's all we're talking about, and then once we get the travel, the like 24 hours up, drive from Manila, basically once liquor hits the mouth, like it's over. And the next thing you know, it's like we're just like going with the flow, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so for us, we leave Honolulu at about 11 a.m., give or take, local time here. And we're up early that day because we get to the airport as early as possible because traffic on this island can get crazy. And I always leave my house with enough time. If they closed the freeways and I had to park my truck and walk to the airport, I could still get there for the flight. I know, sounds crazy, but that's like my mindset. So we get there, 6:37 in the morning, and then, check in to the flight, and then we're waiting for it to show up. Hopefully it's on time. If it is, it usually leaves about noon local time. Then obviously with the 18-hour time difference from Honolulu, we land there and it's like Friday early evening. But after, a 9-10 hour flight, it's like, 10, 11 p.m. the time we're acclimated to. And then by the time you get out of customs, grabbing your bags and getting in the van, we usually leave on a Thursday here, which lands us on a Friday night in Manila. I don't know why we always do that. It's just kind of the schedule we've always been on. So it puts you in a very big city, on a Friday night trying to leave the city, which is kind of idiotic, but fuck it. That's what we do.
I mean, it's basically. I want to say it has to do with like the Philippine airline flights out of.
Yeah, there isn't one on Wednesday, and there's one on Tuesday, and I guess
think
historically with our time off, it's just kind of what's always worked. So anyways, yeah, then it takes, a good hour and a half to 2 hours to drive from Manila up to AC. So we kind of get there sometime between, I don't know, call it 8:30, 10:30 local time.
2, 3 in the morning.
Now it's 2, 3 in the morning for us, and we literally walk into our hotel rooms, go take a shower, and then within 20 minutes we're on the street meeting up with everybody to go bar hop, slamming caffeine, and like Glenn said, that's when the liquor hits the lips, and then we're off and running. So it's a long night, and it gets sideways really quick, and then we hit the first bar, which I always seem to we don't ever seem to stay at the first one long because we're raring to go to the next one, and we go to 3 or 4 bars, and we end up at Sky, and it's whatever 1 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the local time, and that basically makes us being up for 24 hours, and then it gets to the point where we can't even keep our heads up, and everyone exits, and then we go get a little bit of sleep and then try to do it again.
Yeah, we got it down, pretty good. But yeah, no, it's funny too because once you you're all tired, and then as soon as you're pulling up to like walking street, it's like you just get this adrenaline rush, and then you hit the streets.
Something I want to open the door on that nobody's commented on, which kind of surprises me, but probably because nobody pays close enough attention. Why would they? We like to drink San Miguel seltzer. And we found that, a couple years ago. I think I was at SNR, which is like a Costco in the Philippines, and they had this San Miguel seltzer. And we don't really drink unless we're in the Philippines, so I'm not like an alcohol connoisseur. So I bought a case of that, and then we noticed how easy it went down, how easy it was to drink plenty of them, and we kind of like switched to like that's pretty much all we drink. I'm sure people have their opinions on it, on whatever.
I mean, they're 5%. I mean, I drink a couple, I'm feeling pretty good.
But that's the point. It helps us because like when you get on that schedule, it's like it's not easy to slam 3 or 4 beers. Beers are filling, at least for me, and I know the same for you. They're filling, right? And those seltzers aren't. They're like water, and then you can add. We add like a Strike Force caffeine pack to them, 1 or 2 of those, and you drink 3 of those, and then you're spinning. You're ready to go.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's all I drink nowadays. Like when we're over there, I don't. I mean, when it gets late night, I'll probably have some like Red Horse, but maybe some shots of tequila
Yeah,
towards the end.
occasionally
But
the hard liquor
yeah,
comes out, but San Miguel Seltzer is our thing. If you haven't tried it and you're looking to get drunk quick and not have a stomach ache, I recommend it. I know people are gonna have their negative thoughts on it. Feel free. I love the shit. It's the best.
it's funny too because when we were in Thailand, like all those alcohols and like 7-Eleven and stuff, they're all like 5 to 7% alcohol. Like they all tasted pretty bad, but I mean, once you have a couple, I mean, if you're trying to have a good time pretty quick, and you don't have, you have to drink a bunch of like San Migs to get buzzed or whatever. So yeah, it's like those things are pretty good. I mean,
I mean, because back when we were in our early 20s and we were going to bars and partying a lot when me and Glenn were in college and just that age, like seltzers weren't around.
no, I mean they had what are those things called? Fuck, they were like some fruity, not
Well, they had
fruity,
like Mike's Hard Lemonade and they had
like
like
Mad Dog
Zima and
2020 or
yeah, that
something.
type of stuff. But those were real sugary, right? And those would give you a stomach ache
Or
and a
the
horrible
worst hangover,
hangover.
yeah, the
Yeah.
worst hangovers. This thing actually, those seltzers. I mean, that's another reason why like we were like trying to buy find them all over the city because you could drink a ton of those and there's no, you're not feeling pretty bad the next day.
Yeah, that's our biggest obstacles once we get there trying to source those fucking things. I
Yeah,
mean, we
I
go
think
down to the market down the street, buy everything they got. That's gone in a night. And then it's like I'm driving around with Ken, our guy over there, going to, Hypermarket and Robinsons and all these different places trying to find those fucking things. And that's our biggest struggle on getting those.
yeah, I mean, I think I think the last trip we were able to get some, but I think when we tried to like restock the cooler, it was pretty rough and yeah, because they go down easy and I mean once people start, everyone drinks that shit.
So here's a funny story. So after we fell in love with these seltzers, I think we went to either Boracay or El Nido, and they weren't available in that place at the time. So the next trip when we came back, I think we were headed to Boracay this time. I think it was El Nido we went. And they didn't have them, so we're like got this like great idea where we're gonna buy a bunch of these
Yeah.
things, and then we're gonna put them in cardboard boxes, tape up the boxes, and then we're gonna check them as checked baggage and take them to Boracay with us. So our dumbasses get to Clark Airport and we're checking in our bags and we throw the cardboard boxes up on the scale and they ask, well, what's in there? And somebody said alcohol. I don't remember who said it. And they instantly was like, you can't take this. And we were just like, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, we had, I think 3 or 4 boxes filled with this shit. And
And then yeah, we try to bring them through like the TSA. Remember, just to see if we
well,
get through.
yeah, like, so we couldn't, what were we going to do? We couldn't leave them with the girl at the window. So we ended up giving them to the TSA guys and they
Yeah.
were stoked. We're like, yeah, looks like you guys are having a party tonight. And that was cool because they actually took them and they wanted them, which was kind of funny. But yeah, that was a waste and that was pretty stupid on our part. But we tried.
Yeah. No, that's funny. I do remember that.
Yeah, I remember how so excited those guys were when we were just like, I guess you can just keep them. They're like, really? We're like, take them, man. We can't bring them with us.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should. I mean, they were packaged pretty bad, like straight from the supermarket with the rope, and we just like
Yeah,
brought them straight to the airport. Like, I'm sure we could have packaged them a better.
yeah, we're idiots. I mean, we deserved it.
Yeah. I mean, years ago, remember we tried when we from here we brought like a cooler with a bunch
Oh
of
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That
It was
worked,
overweight, but
but
yeah, we had to pay a bunch of like $300 US to get it on the plane.
yeah, that was called. It like got checked in as cargo because we thought some like we wanted to bring our own alcohol or something. Yeah, the stuff we've done.
So yeah, most of the bars don't sell them, so we actually bring our own in the bar and we basically pay like a corking fee type of thing. Like we tell the bar we're going to bring our own drinks and you can charge us as, at will for how many we have because we're not trying to circumvent them selling us drinks. Obviously, we buy plenty of drinks for
They might
other
actually
guests,
might
but
have them by now. I don't know.
yeah, I'm hoping they do. I've always telling Amy to like tell her bosses at Wolfpack to stock them. There's probably just not a big enough market for
Yeah, I
it,
mean, no one drinks that shit, and I'm sure we're probably like the only ones. And
But that's why I'm pressing it right now, get more people interested in it. But I'm sure people are gonna talk shit. Oh, it's for girls. That's pussy shit. Like, okay,
I mean, it's 5%, dude. 5% is 5%.
yeah, yeah. They go down easy, and you can slam a bunch of them fast.
God, yeah. I'm trying to stay positive here.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting pulled away.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, we're basically got to load this ship at work, and then it's, we're on the back end. We're
Yeah, 36, 35 days away, and we're wheels up.
Yeah, dude, can't wait.
So, anyways, yeah, we'll wrap it up. But recap: if you got a vlog and you want to come down and be on the podcast, or if you're just a fan of the channel and you want to come meet us and get on the podcast, or just come out bar hopping with us, let us know. The more, the merrier. We're gonna push towards the 100-person entourage and have a great night in Angelo City.
Oh yeah,
The only thing is, though, if you come out with us, you got to make it count.
definitely gotta make it count, dude.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.